AITA for telling my husband to back off of my son? My husband and I have been together since my oldest, 13, was 2. I was told years ago I would never be able to conceive another child. Due to only having one fallopian tube, one had to be removed, and having significant scarring. However, we did end up pregnant last year by some miracle, and I just gave birth to our daughter 3 weeks ago. Everyone was over the moon, including my son. He had wanted a sibling and asked since he was easily 3 or 4. But my husband is weird now, or at least in my eyes. And I guess that is what I'm here to talk about. So, if my son kisses the baby on the forehead, my husband starts freaking out. Don't you ever kiss that baby again. That's disgusting. You could give her a virus, etc., etc. If my son moves even a centimeter while holding the baby, my husband freaks out. Don't move like that. You're going to hurt her head. If my son blows raspberries on the baby's belly, my husband tells him to stop, saying he's being too rough. He has become a jerk helicopter parent, filled with paranoia and anxiety, but refuses to be seen by a doctor, and I'm starting to rage. To a point where I have an appointment to get tested for postpartum rage, but I truly don't think I have it. I think my husband is triggering me. But here's the massive issue. My MIL came here yesterday and full-on kissed our daughter right beside her mouth, and my husband didn't say anything. Just sat there smiling. So, I stepped in and said exactly what he said to my son. I said, "Don't you ever kiss that baby again. That's disgusting. You are going to give her a virus." She immediately stopped. But then she started swinging our daughter in a football, hold with her head pointed down toward the floor. She was going pretty fast, to the point of startle reflux. So I immediately told her to stop holding the baby like that and that she was being too rough. She said, "I've had 4 kids. I am not dumb." So I said, "I don't care." She stops hands off the baby and then leaves maybe 5 minutes later. My husband asks why I'm being such a jerk to his mom. So I said, "Why are you being such a jerk to my son?" He asked what I meant and asked for examples, so I gave him the side-by-side comparison examples to his mother versus my son. He shakes his head and said I'm making crap up. I know for a fact I'm not making anything up at all. I've spoken to him before about getting for my son's case, and said plainly to back off my son, or I'm going to treat all of his family members the same way he's been treating my son due to his paranoia, and it will make it so no one comes around anymore. He says I'm taking stuff too far, that kids have germs, and are more rough and clumsy. I told him I didn't care. And yes, I have talked to him about his comments to my son, right in front of my son and in private. He says I'm blowing things out of proportion. So AITA.